This is something I shouldn't say, but I'm going to say this shit to your face. Yesterday, I was in a train, and on my way back from, where I went, I came into the train, and there were a lot of Germans sitting down there. So I just went to sit in their midst. And one of them said, "Look at this monkey coming to sit with us." He never knew I did understood Deutsch. So I thought I should ignore it, but later I said, "Let me school this idiot." And I told him in Deutsch, I said, "You said I'm a monkey. So first, I don't have thin lips, and I got ass, I got a long dick, and I don't steal shit that don't belong to me, and my hair are kinky and not straight hair." So I said, now let's do the comparison. Monkey has straight hair, thin lips, no ass, little dick, and always steal shit that don't belong to them. And in the DNA of an African, there was never a Neanderthal found in the DNA of an African. And you, a German, in your DNA is a Neanderthal, which really shows that you came from the caves. So now tell me, who is a monkey? And everybody was looking at me. So I just smiled and still sat down. So if you get insulted that you're a monkey as a Black person or as an African, don't be angry. Just put this shit to their face and tell them to shut up and know their place.
Well, y'all know it's Thursday, so I thought, hey, let's piss off some white people. White people, we need to talk. I mean, genuinely, we need to talk. Because what sits at the base of all of the other problems in this country is racism. I know, you're not racist. I'm going to give you all the benefit of the doubt for a minute. Genuinely believe that y'all have been taught this. Y'all learned it in your homes, and then you taught it to your kids, and then so on and so on. And racism will stay a cancer in this country until this problem is dealt with. Now hold your hand when I say this, okay? This is the first one. There are three. Whiteness is made up. Here's the truth. White people didn't exist at all until rich colonizers needed a way to protect their power. For the 1600s, there was no such thing as white people. There were Italians, Germans, Irish, French, all different, all often fighting. But what happened was when Europeans started stealing native land and enslaving Africans, what happened is that the rich white people thought, oh shit, you know what? These poor Europeans might band together with the people being oppressed. So they invented whiteness. Whiteness is not a biological reality. It is a completely man-made construct. It was a promise from the rich colonizers to everybody else that you'd always be just a little bit above everybody else. I mean, you got land and you got to vote, privileges, while everybody else got nothing. And that fake racial line kept poor white people loyal to rich white people. And you see that still happens today. But biology, your skin color is 0.1%, 0.1% of your DNA. There is no white gene. You've been defending this paint shade like it's a bloodline. It's not. It's just a man-made construct. Okay, point two. Here's the next lie. And this one's going to be a doozy for you. Still holding your hand. That God made white people superior. Sorry to tell you, he did not. Don't worry, I have receipts. The reason that white people believe that is because of the twisting of two parts of the Bible. The curse of Cain and the curse of Ham. First, Cain and Abel in Genesis 4. The short version is that Cain kills his brother and God curses him to wander the world, but he puts a mark upon him. That's it. No mention of skin color, no curse on his kids. But white preachers, centuries later, decided that curse, that mark, was going to be dark skin. That lie turned into the idea that Black and brown people were cursed by God. What? And then, of course, white people needed biblical reason to be able to enslave people, so they used the curse of Ham. That's in Genesis 9, and the short version is that Noah gets drunk, Ham sees Noah, that's his son. He sees his dad naked. Noah curses Ham's kids, saying that his descendants will serve others. And that's where you guys got slavery from. Still no race, still no skin color. But European slave traders said Africans were Ham's descendants. Boom, suddenly slavery was God's plan. You can see that when you put these two stories together, that these two stories became the backbone of supremacy, right? The curse of Cain for color and the curse of Ham for slavery. Bad theology, worse history, none of it based in reality. God didn't curse black or brown people. Racists did. And then they blamed God for it. If you made it this far in the video, don't forget to drop the secret words, "I learned something today." And like, repost, and follow for updates. And if you guys enjoy my content, you may want to go follow me over on YTube because, well, you know what's happening on TikTok. And lie number 3, this one's going to be like a punch right in the nuts. I'm still holding your hand. You are not God's chosen people. That's not true. This pretending that white Europeans are God's chosen people, it is a complete and total fabrication. And it didn't come from the Bible either. It came from the British Empire after colonization. You have to remember that by the 1800s, Britain was ruling like half the planet, claiming that it was their divine duty to civilize the rest of the world. And then, all of a sudden, in the 1840s, someone invented something called British Israelism. No, I'm not kidding. The claim is that the British, and then by extension, later Americans, white Americans, were the lost tribes of Israel, that God's promise to Israel to rule nations and inherit the land is really about them. No proof, no DNA, just ego in a Bible costume. And they used that to justify everything. Colonizing America, stealing native land, enslaving Africans. Because if they were God's chosen people, and conquest wasn't theft, it was destiny. And that's how the whole concept of manifest destiny took shape. And just for clarification, British Israelism is the thought that white people were cast out of Israel and they were part of the 10 tribes, the 10 lost tribes of Israel. Israelis, guys, would have been olive-skinned people that looked much more like me than white people. This became the holy cover story for the entire British Empire. God didn't give them land, they took it. They were never Israelites. They stole that story from genuine Israelites. So let's tell the truth, okay? Here, still holding your hands. Whiteness is made up. The Bible verses are twisted. Chosen people story, straight up stolen from Israel. And it was all created so that rich white men could hold power and convince the world that oppression was holy. It's not divine. It's a scam dressed up as destiny. And until we deal with these lies, which constantly create friction, that racism will be a cancer in this country. I hope at the very least, if you are a white person that watched this, who holds racist beliefs, I genuinely hope this caused you to at least question some of the things that you hold to be beliefs are potentially a lie.
Honestly, I feel like if these people are getting answers like this, as quick as it is, to their face, they will learn to respect people that look like me. They will learn to respect black people. They will learn to mind their business. They will learn to keep short. They will learn not to talk until they are asked to talk. I simply love the answer that this man actually gave, and that is why I actually stitched this video. If you check, there's just 2 clips, which is the clip of this man and this other lady debunking it to her fellow white people as it is. Honestly, because it is because a lot of people are literally keeping quiet. That is why these people can misbehave anyhow they want to misbehave. Because let it make sense to me that a black man just to walk into a train to sit down, and the next thing you utter from your mouth, not knowing that this man is literally speaking German, and you have to say he is a monkey. For centuries upon centuries, this has literally been going on, where you see a lot of black folks be identified with this said monkey. But if you check all of the analysis that this man actually gave, you will literally know that if there is any single person that is to be identified with any such object or any such animal, it should literally not be black folks. Because honestly, let's do the analysis one after the other. We do not have a straight hair. Monkeys do have a straight hair, right? And we do not have tiny lips. Monkey do have that. And we do not take what literally do not belongs to us. We only want what is ours, and that is the honest truth. But these people keep robbing us their plagues. These people keep robbing us what they literally do, and at the end of the day, they make it look as if we are the troublemakers. We are the one that is not making sense. We are the one that literally do not know what we are doing. When these people start getting answers like this, I feel like absolutely 99% of them will learn how to keep short when they are not asked to talk. In fact, 99% of them, whenever they see a black man, they will literally give the black man his or her way. Because it is quite alarming that every single places we go to, these people just want to be like a police officer that will literally want to be checkmating us, or will literally want to be doing one thing or the other. A lot of these countries that is having all this mixed race has literally been battling this, and a lot of people will not understand what these people are going through until you actually have a one-on-one encounter with it. Do you get? And racism has eaten deep into the system of these people to the point that they do not close their mouth and just assume that this black person that is even in my country, are you sure that this person do not know how to speak German? Are you sure that this person did not know how to speak social language and so on and so forth? Instead of just going up saying what they are not supposed to say. It is quite annoying. And when I saw this video, I was like, no, I have to bring it down to my people. Let's digest this. Let's also know exactly what we are going to do if any issues like this arise, so that these people will literally know how to keep respecting themselves. Honestly, once it happens, you give them exactly what they are looking for. And trust me, a lot of them will be resigning from doing this nonsense thing called racism. You can listen to the man what he said. He said, immediately he said that to them, they became very cold and they did not literally said anything. Every other person was actually staring at him. That is a black man with grace. That is a black man that has the courage. That is a black man that is facing what he is supposed to face at the duly appointed time. And I love so many comments that actually came out from it, where a lot of people actually personally enlighten and also express themselves in the comment section. I'll go ahead and read some of the comments for you so that you guys will actually listen as well by yourself. Here are some of the comments. This person said, as an Africa, we are proud of you. Exactly. We're not only proud of you as an African, we're proud of you as a black person as a whole. That is just the honest truth. Another person here said, he said, on behalf of Nigerians, Africans, and blacks all around the world, we give you a standing ovation and a thumbs up for this educational video. Exactly. I will repeat this again, because this is not just issue of just being an African, right? Said, on behalf of Nigerians, on behalf of Africans, and blacks all over the world, we give you a standing ovation and a thumbs up for this educational video. Exactly. On that person said, today my experience in the train. You can see on that person had the same experience in the train. You can imagine. It's just a whole lot. On that person said, I am sure they didn't understand you. They definitely do, my dear. That is why they were actually mute. On that person said, they must have been hurt deep down. That is exactly what they deserve, because literally what they actually want is for people that look like me to always be hurt. So definitely anything you wish black people, that's the same thing that we are definitely going to wish you. So I don't care even if they are hurt or not. On that person say, King, you flip the script in the language with a then a smile. Bravo! I will never ignore these people. I must do exactly what you did. Exactly. When you see these people and they are doing this, tell them to their face. Nobody should have any single right to body shame you, as far as I'm concerned. And that person said the whole continent, the whole continent will salute you. Exactly. That person said they messed with the wrong dude. Exactly. And that person said, there in South Africa, the Dutch. Okay, I didn't really get what this person is saying. And this person said they can't handle confrontation. Always comfort them immediately. Well done, boss. Exactly. That's one thing I've also noticed, that these people cannot handle confrontations, but honestly, they want to start a battle they will always not finish. So it is good that you comfort them one on one so that they will understand where they are actually coming from. And that person said, great, no chill, no time to act the bigger man. Nice. That has no honor in a racist society. Exactly. And that person say, thank you for telling them the truth. African is proud of you. Exactly. And that person say, racism drives me crazy. I've never understood why people gain to treat others this way. Bravo for your response. Exactly. And that person said, I am so proud of you. Being the bigger person and turning the other cheek has never worked. Anyone who insult me, we get insulted back to back, like back to back. Honestly. And that person said, this sweets my heart. This makes my night shift going smoothly. Just a lot of comment, but let's just stop here. But let me know what you think in the comment section. Credit belongs to original creators of every single clips and stitches we have in our today's episode. With that being said, with no further ado, I'd like always say in my videos, I'm going to be saying, and I'll see you guys in my next one. Remember, we do not support any form of bullying, harassment, or fight here. Bye.